Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope everybody's well. I am going to take a quick second, Virgo, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Virgo out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Virgo, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Virgo? Virgo. All right, Virgo, you are starting out with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. You have Judgment. And you have the King of Swords. All right, so I feel like there's something here that you're trying to resolve, something that's been problematic for you. It's exhausted you. I feel like it's been going on for a long time. It could have to do with a reconciliation, or it might just be a judgment call. But I do see very honest and clear communication with regard to this, which is going to likely resolve this issue. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Virgo's energy. Show me who's in Virgo's energy. All right, the person in your energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the World card in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. So the person in your energy, Virgo's in some stuck energy. I feel like they're unable to move forward. They're likely stalling this, which is why you're feeling exhausted. With the World in reverse, again, it's that stalled energy, a cycle that they don't feel is over. They may feel like there's some unfinished business between the two of you. And then we have the Seven of Cups. This person is looking at options, or they do have options. Let's see the energy between Virgo and this person. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So they're in a waiting energy. For some reason, this person is slowing things down between the two of you. I feel like you're kind of working at your own stability. You have been holding on to this person, but I feel like you're tired. You're exhausted from this. You want to resolve this. Let me see. And they're just waiting. They're in this waiting energy, not moving, not budging. So let's see what's affecting this connection. I do feel like they feel that things are not over between the two of you. The Hangman in reverse. You're both starting to look at this differently. Now, there could be some reconciliation that's coming in here as well. So we'll definitely clarify that. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. Let me see the outcome between Virgo and this person. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, it does look like there could be some sort of a reconciliation between you and this person. I do feel like neither of you feel like things are over. There's this energy of you wanting to make a really good judgment call in the situation, resolve issues. And with the Ace of Wands, this tells me there's a passionate new beginning here. So let's see at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, we have the Empress. Now, I love that. As an underlying energy, the Empress is one where you know your value, you know your self-worth, you're attracting and drawing to you what is yours. It's a very high level vibration energy here. So I love that for you. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. All right, so let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Nine of Swords in the reverse? Why is the Nine of Swords in the reverse for Virgo? Okay, so the Tower in reverse and the Moon in reverse. So you realize that you want to rebuild something with this person. You realize that you've been holding on to them. This is where we see you getting very honest with yourself. It could have been something that was revealed to you as well. Somebody could have told you something or opened up about something that made you say, wait, maybe this can be resolved. Maybe this can be worked out. But regardless, I do see you recovering from a Tower moment here. and having epiphanies, having realizations. Why is Judgment here? Why is Judgment here for Virgo? Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, between the two of you, it's Four of Pentacles in the upright and the Devil. Oh, okay. So somebody may have released some toxic energy because, you know, you could have been holding on to something here, and maybe it was toxic. Maybe it was difficult for you and you were kind of holding a grudge or holding on to something. Regardless, something has been revealed to you, and it's causing you to now release and let go of something that has been very toxic. It's a judgment call. You could be letting go of some toxic energy that is going to bring you back together with this person. Be careful that you're not leaning into toxicity, though. I do see that with regard to this person, you are highly attracted to them. You're very drawn to them. Show me the King of Swords for Virgo. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And here is the Knight of Pentacles. Now that in reverse, that is in their energy. This person could be having some financial issues or financial problems, and it may be affecting your connection with them. I do see, though, that there's an energy here of you getting very honest with this person. There's going to be some very clear, honest communication with regard to why things are stalled, why things are not moving forward. There's this Ace of Pentacles that's trying to come in, but it's not able to. And it's going to be determined by this King of Swords, which is that honest, clear communication coming from your side with this person. So let's look at this person's energy. Let me see why the Knight of Pentacles is here in reverse. I'm also seeing that you haven't moved on from this relationship. I do see the ending here, and I feel like you haven't been able to move on from this connection. And I feel like you're being honest with yourself about that right now. That could be the epiphany that you've had. Okay, so 10 of Wands in the reverse. And, oh, good. All right. And the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So this person's going to free themselves from this stuck energy. They want to resolve problems between the two of you before they begin to move forward again. They may have been feeling a tremendous amount of anxiety after the ending of this connection. I can see it caused a tower moment for you, and I feel like for them, neither of you were able to move away from the other person, at least not emotionally. So this person is wanting to resolve the problems between the two of you. There may be something they have to free themselves from, though. Let me see, why is the World in reverse? Why is the World in reverse? Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Again, the King of Swords. That's in your energy. So you're doing a lot of mirroring with this person. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. So we see the end. We see this person wanting to honestly communicate, just like you are. We see this person thinking about you a lot, wanting to resolve the problems between the two of you, but feeling stuck and unable to really move forward. So they were waiting. They were waiting. And it could also be that you've been very guarded and they may have been waiting to try to resolve things. Again, I see honest, clear communication. With the Wheel of Fortune here, they may be coming to you to discuss with you why they haven't been moving forward. There could also be something about a physical move here. This person may be unable to physically move. They could also be discussing something about ending a job. There could be something about finances or money affecting this, but regardless, there's unresolved business between the two of you, and they want to talk just as much as you do. So I do feel like they've been waiting, but they're going to end that waiting energy. Let me see the Seven of Cups. Yeah, the Two of Cups. This person wants to be on the same page with you. They feel like you're a soulmate. Four of Swords in the reverse. They're going to reach out. There's going to be communication. They have options, but they're trying to figure out the best way to actually reach out to you, to communicate with you. There could have been a gap in the communication here. They want to figure out what is the best way to actually heal this connection, resolve the problems that are here. So yeah, I do see there's going to be communication, and it's going to be very honest and direct. This person mirrors you and you mirror them a lot. But let's look at the energy between Virgo and this person. Let's see the energy between Virgo and this person. Be careful with your money this week, Virgo. There could be like an unexpected financial loss. It doesn't look severe, but I just want you to be aware of it. All right, so we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. Didn't one of you have the Seven of Cups? Oh, yeah, they do. They do. And then the Hermit. Yeah, so that tells me that there's been a gap in the communication. And this person is kind of, they've been waiting to talk to you. Why? Well, because they needed clarity about something. They may have also needed to make a decision. Now, in your energy, this is telling me that you feel that this person chose to go in another direction. I'm seeing for some of you, again, that this person could live at a distance from you, and there could be some complications with them wanting to relocate. It could have to do with job or money, but that's not for everybody. Regardless, I do see that there's been confusion between the two of you. I feel like this person in particular that you're dealing with was very confused, and they want to talk to you about it. They want to say, look, you know, I was really confused, but I want to resolve the problems that are here between us. I feel like this person's been doing a lot of soul searching. You know, and for some of you, it looks like this person may have even ghosted you. So that might be why they're having a hard time reaching out as well. So I do see that there is going to be clarity between the two of you. And I do feel like something here is going to be revealed to you that's going to kind of bring you out of this energy where you feel exhausted and hopeless about the situation. Because in the current energy, it looks like you feel that they chose to go in another direction. And I do feel like, you know, you've had a difficult time with that. You've been holding on to them. Let me see what's affecting the connection. Show me the Hangman in reverse. Wow. So they've got the Hangman in reverse on, you know, like doubled up. Or, I'm sorry, they have the Hangman in reverse. It's clarified by the Hangman. They have the Three of Wands. This tells me this person has been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But I feel like the wait is over now, because that's what's affecting the situation. When they finally do decide to step in here and communicate with you, I feel like that's going to bring about a lot of clarity. See, it took a while for this person to get a new way of viewing this connection or viewing what happened between the two of you. And so you're over here thinking that they've chosen, you know, someone else or chosen to go in another direction. You've been holding on to them, but at some point you felt like that was toxic. Like maybe you just need to let them go. I do see you looking at the past. I see you feeling like, well, did this person ever love me at all? Here I've been holding on to them all this time. I want a reunion with them, but maybe that's just toxic energy. And yet still feeling that deep attraction towards them, still wanting to rebuild this connection. But this waiting energy has caused you to doubt whether, you know, this person actually did love you, if there was actually love there. Unfortunately, it changed your thinking. This long period here changed your thinking into almost obsessive thoughts and then some sort of toxic energy. And I do feel like you just want to learn the lesson from the past and move on. Now, in their energy, they do want to talk to you. They absolutely do. And they know that they're the one that's been delaying everything. At the same time, they don't feel like things are over between the two of you, but they're stuck. They're unsure about how to move forward. There's confusion in their mind about how to move forward. And for some of you, this person has to end something else, you know, before they can do that. Now, let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Virgo. Show me the outcome for Virgo. Okay, so there's your Ace of Swords. There's that communication. And it is going to bring clarity. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this person knows that they have to end something else. See, they had options in love. And so they have to end something else in order to have this new beginning with you. I do see that there is going to be communication. It could be initiated by either of you, but more likely by this person in your energy, because they're the one that's been trying to figure it out. So I do see them coming towards you. I see them reaching out to you. I do see, you know, that they're going to talk to you about how this ended. For some of you, they do have to end something elsewhere. This is somebody who, you know, wants a new beginning with you, and that's what they're going to tell you. I do see that new beginning happening. In your energy, I do see you, you've never fully moved on from this person, but you are going to tell this person, look, we can rebuild this connection. You know, I want to do that, but it took you forever to come towards me. And I felt really betrayed by you when this connection ended. So I do feel like you're going to have some very honest things that you're going to say to this person. But ultimately, I do see like you coming together. There's a conversation that's going to bring a lot of clarity. And I honestly see that, you know, if you've been with this person, like there seems to be a physical, you know, like a sexual encounter that happens. Regardless, it is a brand new beginning, and it is a passionate new beginning. So I do think that the two of you are going to discuss the past and everything that happened and why things ended. And I do feel like there's going to be some recovery there. Bottom of the deck is the Death card in the reverse. That's underlying energy. Now, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but what this is telling me is that, you know, this person never got over you, and you never really got over them either. But I don't feel like you were chasing after them. I think they're going to be the one who does approach you. It's taken them a long time to do it, even though they've been thinking about you, thinking and thinking and thinking, almost obsessing, basically. And you've kind of been doing the same. So I do feel like this person is going to break that silence in the very near future. And it does look like it's leading to a new beginning. So if that's what you're looking for, then I feel like, you know, you've got good news coming. All right, let's pull an oracle card for Virgo. You have number 13, and this card is called Solitude. So let's read that. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. So it says meditation is required when you receive the Solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for a conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much-needed rest and time out. All right. Well, I do hope that this has been helpful for you and given you a little bit of clarity in the situation, Virgo. If you've resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are loved, and namaste.